Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 27th of November to the 3rd of December 2017. We begin the week with a lovely harmonic joining our lower and higher mind. So we're able to tune into higher thought forms and bring them through our consciousness into communication and into reality. So observing our inner narrative, seeing what we're saying to ourselves every day, and is it at the highest possible level? Or have we somehow gone on to loop, onto practiced and programmed thoughts and patterns, resulting in conditioned behaviour? There's a chance to break free of this, to think higher thoughts and to communicate from a higher place. But it's not all about the mind, so by Monday it's almost getting out of the mind and into a state of being, become trance-like, dance in our natural vibration. Not thinking, not worrying about fitting in, dancing to our own rhythm inside the frequencies that we feel. But by Tuesday there's a little bit more challenge comes in, because this is all about Mercury, but Mercury meets with Saturn on Tuesday. So then we have a chance to look at where our thoughts are being structured and literally being realised into reality, and the importance of what we're thinking and what that produces on the physical plane. So there's a time to look and listen, to scrutinise any falsity, but to not let the mind rule the show, to feel into what we really feel at our core essence, and to dissolve some of the mental and emotional prisons that we've created just out of habit or because what we've been told. So a sense of simplicity there. Are your thoughts serving you? What structures do they create? What structures need to go and be dissolved? And what's the simplest flow that we can be in? By midweek it's over to Venus. Venus has been in Scorpio since the 8th of November, and as she prepares to leave, this has been an emotional journey. So what have we learnt? Scorpio can project. It can be the repressed feelings that we have in our subconscious shown to us by others in relationships, and either not wanting to look at those and projecting them onto others, or with more authenticity bringing those up and taking responsibility for them. So with that second route, what have we taken responsibility for? What have we been shown? What have we learnt? And therefore how have we changed and grown as a result? The retrospective there going back to the beginning of November. None of these aspects are supposed to just be something that we have to endure, something that we have to go through. We always get a reward at the end. So by Thursday there might be a bolt out of the blue, a quick and clear message that really hits the target. A pure inspiration that shows us what it all meant. What was that journey all about? Because by Friday Venus moves into Sagittarius. We also have Mars opposite Uranus. So the real meaning, the deeper meaning, starts to become clear now. Bringing things up for inspection and clearing them leaves space for new beginnings. So there's a sense here of being able to embrace the lightness, the light-heartedness and the peace of our mind, having gone on that journey with authenticity and done the inner exploration. And this is all working towards a very potent full moon in Gemini. So the full moon in Gemini comes in at 3:48 p.m. UK time on the 3rd of December. Gemini is a dualistic sign. It's the twins. There's nearly always a polarity that we're here to explore. And everybody has Gemini in their chart somewhere. So some can manifest as young or old. Masculine and feminine might need to be brought into harmony. You might meet your optimist and pessimist. Might be silly and serious, but there's all sorts of dualities and everybody has their own in their chart. So at this full moon, that's the exploration. Where are there polarities in your life? Where can you find the comfortable middle ground? For me, Gemini is also the inner child. It's the voice of the inner child. It's a very innocent air sign. And yet in the current climate that we have, that inner child is needing to be healed. Many people are meeting their victim at the moment in order that we can grow. So with this Gemini full moon, maybe have a look at where you feel contracted inside and what you need to let go of in order to have room to grow. because with the moon in Gemini we have the sun opposite in Sagittarius, which requires space in order to expand into. We can have a look at where we belittle ourselves, or where we perceive that others are belittling us. So listening to the voice of the inner child or the victim, listening compassionately, but with slight detachment, with the view that this is not how we're supposed to be living. We're not supposed to take stuff that happened to us in our childhood and drag it all the way forwards as a massive narrative, accumulating more on the way until it becomes our whole story. Sagittarius says, no, this is the time to clear that. You just wanted to learn from it, to step into the space that you create and to own your majesty. This moon is at 11 degrees, and we also have Jupiter and Neptune in a harmonic at 11 degrees. So this takes us to the number of illumination. When we're talking about the inner child and healing, our inner illumination, our inner sun, is where we can do this alchemical work, tending to our inner light, listening to our inner voice, and stepping into our larger selves, exploring doubt, self-deprecation and any blocks, bringing them from the subconscious to the conscious so that they can be washed away, and reconciling inner conflicts and polarities. And this is where Gemini becomes the healer, where we have the power within ourselves to focus our conscious attention, to bring things to light and to dissolve them so that we emerge lighter, brighter, and we can return to that state of purity and innocence, that state of play, not taking everything so seriously, not owning our baggage, but connecting with the inner light and radiating that out to create a lighter field around us so that we can live in a lighter way. So a very transitional week really, into the dark, deep exploration to come out into the light of the full moon in Gemini, taking responsibility, being the observer of our thoughts, taking a look at where our thoughts do or don't serve us and what they're creating as a result, tuning into the higher thought forms once we realise we've got a lower program running, stepping up, creating the space and being magnificent. So those are the horoscopes this week, and I'll see you next week. I'd love to meet you for a one-to-one if you'd like to explore where this is happening for you in your own personal birth chart soul plan. I'm available in London or over Skype. And also to let you know, I do offer gift vouchers if you're thinking of presents for the holiday season. I have Zodiac packs which explore the soul essence of each sign, showing you how to work more deeply with the real meaning of your sign. I have my tree oracle deck, and I also have vouchers for my readings and courses. So for any of that, please do contact me, zoehine7@gmail.com.